want Dallas. If it's Dallas, I'm crying. If it's Dallas, I'm gonna cry, bro.
Hey, Micah, this is Jerry Jones. You're a Cowboy.
Heading into last year's draft, the Cowboys were looking to improve their secondary in terms of going after guys like Jace Horn and Patrick Surtain, but by the time their pick was up, both those names were off the board, so the Cowboys decided to trade back and go after none other than Micah Parsons. Now this guy has turned into an absolute beast. Coming out of the draft, he was seen as an off-ball linebacker. You know, he wasn't supposed to line up the edge. He was supposed to shoot gaps, and he was gonna be basically run a lot of QB spy as well. He did a lot for the Penn State, and he was in my opinion, he was a very raw talent, but he was gonna be very good. But I had no idea that Dan Quinn would use him the way he did and have such success with him. In roughly 700 total snaps, Micah Parsons played 360 in the box and roughly 300 in the actually line up on defensive line, and he spent a little over a third rush defense, a little over a third as a pass rusher, and then the rest was spent in pass coverage. This statistically shows that he was one of the most versatile NFL players in this season, and there's a very similar linebacker who Dan Quinn used back when he was on the Falcons, and this is Vic Beasley. Now, they measure up extremely well in terms of combine, weight, everything that. They look very similar to each other. Now, I say the one major difference was that Vic Beasley never rushed the passer as much as Parsons did. There's a couple of minor differences, but they were used very similarly between the two, and it just shows that Dan Quinn loves this type of player, and he really, really knows how to use a guy like this. Before I break down some of Micah Parsons' film, which is extremely impressive in my opinion, I just want to go over his stats. So statistically, he had 13 total sacks, which was 6 in the whole league, 45 QB pressures, and 29 QB hits, which both respectively ranked 3rd in the league. He also had the 4th highest sack total by a rookie in NFL history, 1st in most QB hits by a rookie ever, and he was 5th in tackles for loss for a rookie. That's extremely impressive. But then you gotta look at the fact that he was only rushing the QB less than 40% of the time. He was doing remarkable things with very little rush percentage compared to most guys who are rushing the QB who reached 50 or 60% like Myles Garrett and TJ Watt. Now, he had a 21.6 pressure rate, which was the 2nd highest in the league behind Devin White. I believe the 21% will go down once he gets more pass rush attempts. That's obvious. He had roughly a pass rush win rate of 25%, which I think he can keep that up because he's got such a great speed, power moves. He can really burn anyone he wants to, I truly believe. Now let's break down some of his film. On this play, we are going to see Micah Parsons line up right next to DeMarcus Lawrence, and essentially the Saints are going to have a wide receiver come across, and then they're going to take the handoff and run a bootleg with Taysom Hill, and we are going to see the quickest burst of speed from an edge rusher that you can possibly see. It's a beautiful play, and let's see how it happens. Now, on this play, we're going to see Micah Parsons line up as a off-ball linebacker, and the Cowboys essentially come out in a cover 2 look, and Parsons is going to be responsible for essentially this part of the field, and he is going to essentially do a great job where he's going to pick up Leonard Fournette, and he's going to make a great job interrupting the pass and forcing them to make an incomplete throw. It was a very good job coverage play, and he struggled a bit in coverage this year, so it's nice to see him make a play like this. These plays really show off his sheer freakish ability where he can just blow by guys and just hit them immediately and just rush the passer so quickly. He's just got a great combination of speed and power, and it's super fun to watch. I mean, on this play, he completely blows by the Chiefs tackle, hits Mahomes, forces the fumble, Cowboys recover their ball, boom. Parsons has just such a super duper quick first step. You know, look at him just blow right by the Falcons guy and immediately get the Matt Ryan and hit him. And in this next play, you see him, he forces the guy to slide too far to the right and hits him with a spin move to try and get directly into Herbert's face. He's got such impressive footwork, finesse, speed, and power for such a young age. He is going to be a menace for years to come. Relatively speaking, this guy 100% deserved the Defensive Rookie of the Year. Now, I know he gets a little bit of hate because of the Cowboys stigma. I don't care what you say, that's real. People hate on Cowboys players because they're Cowboys and it's fun to do. And, well, because of their fan base, that's also a major reason why. But this dude had, almost, you could argue, a historical season for a rookie in terms of what he put up. He did so many things excellently. He had so much power, speed, versatility. He he was basically the perfect linebacker for Dan Quinn's defense. And honest to God, I think he is just going to be a menace for years and years to come. And I think relatively soon he will be in contention for the Defensive Player of the Year award. I mean, he's got such a big, quick first step, and nothing can hit him. You know, I don't think any of the defensive rookies that played this year were even close to touching him. I mean, he put up numbers that were like we haven't seen in years from rookies who played his position, and we haven't even seen veterans play it the way he did. I mean, he was an off-ball linebacker, an edge rusher. He did basically everything. I mean, he lined up at cornerback once. He lined up as a safety a couple times. He literally did basically everything for this team. And you know, I hope you guys enjoyed this breakdown, and if you did, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and I'll see you all later. Peace.